There was a surprising comment in my Starfire videos that I'd like to address, even if it is a bit off from my usual content. The question is, do you have to go to college? The short answer, at least in my opinion, is you don't have to go to college, but you do need a plan. First, college has gotten prohibitively expensive because we have been in a tickle-me-elmo situation for decades, where people insist college is required no matter what your plan, and so colleges have no incentive to limit costs, but continuously expand for the ever-growing college-bound. Limited supply meeting unlimited demand means that the only limit on costs are legal constraints, which colleges are constantly straining against. The cost of even state schools can get exorbitant, and anyone going to an elite school can expect $100,000 in expenses. If you feel you have no choice, you'll pay it, no matter what the cost. And, before any Europeans brag about their free college, college isn't free. It's included in your taxes. The problem is the same, just on the societal scale. These people going to college, any college, just because they have to, are wasting your country's resources and undermining the ability of people to improve themselves if they don't have quite the same test scores. This has been proven to have substantial effects on societal mobility, as the unmotivated elites have no reason not to go to school for as long as possible. This is the reason that was given when Britain eliminated their state-funded college in recent years. Second, the benefit of a college degree, any degree, has dropped in recent years. While the professional degrees, such as medicine, engineering, business, and the sciences, are still definitely worth it, the most popular degree at my alma mater was undeclared liberal arts, and the second most popular was psychology. These degrees used to act as signifiers that you were able to go to college and get some form of education and think for yourself. However, given the sheer number of people going to the workforce with degrees, they don't even make you stand out anymore. This has encouraged the explosion of the unpaid internship, which was intended to be a work-study option, but has become a predatory practice where college students and recent graduates are exploited for their labor, with their only payment being much-needed experience on their resume. On the other hand, this explosion of degreed people looking for low-end work devalues a high school diploma. As an employer, why would you hire someone with a diploma when you can get someone with a degree and 2 internships under their belt for the same job? Therefore, you do need something to stand out from other candidates when you enter the workforce. Fortunately, you do have options. There has been an explosion of non-traditional college education. Remote education started as an after-work idea, especially for MBAs and teachers getting masters. However, you can get a degree at the fraction of the price and time of a traditional university. Now, I will admit, this does not give the same experience, growth, and contacts of an in-person university, and not everyone has the discipline and willpower to attend an online-only university and graduate in a reasonable span of time. However, if this is for you, it gives the education at your own speed and at a rational price. Also, many people these days start with a community college for core classes and only transfer to a university for their major. This gives the same result of a full education at a lower cost. Then, don't discount the trades. Electricians, plumbers, and operators need a certification, and apprenticeships are paid. I know several children of engineers who became technicians and started making high wages with what was effectively a 2-year degree. Many segments of heavy industry similarly offer a lot of opportunity without requiring a bachelor's. Then, you can get a good job simply by the ability to perform labor others don't want to. A sewage operator's license is dirt cheap, and most cities will pay you to get it. Garbage men are paid handsomely for the skills required. It's not glamorous, but it is respectable, and it brings home the bacon. Then, police, fire, and the military will give you a relatively high salary with only a diploma due to the hazard pay. However, all of these require planning and willpower. You need to decide what you want to do and stick to it. As an aside, I really do not care for the infantilization of our young adults in America, where people in their 20s are encouraged to flap around with low-paying jobs and, quote, find themselves. The slacker and hippie lifestyles are widely encouraged by our pop culture, and starving artists are celebrated. The absolute worst-case scenario is going to college and dropping out after changing your major a dozen times. I've seen several people do this. They lost time, they lost money, and they didn't even gain the knowledge and credentials they were seeking. Any high schoolers watching this, you need to set your sights early and keep working towards your goal. On a related note, we need to address something that a lot of people don't think about in this discussion: retirement. People who take a decade to find themselves and don't start their careers end up shorting themselves the most important decade of saving and investments. Example: person A puts $500 a month from 25 to 35 into their 401k and then stops. Person B saves $500 a month from age 35 to 65. Who has more money at retirement? Even if we assume a historical low estimate of 7% return, the answer is person A. The compound interest from that first decade of savings is more than $500 a month when you hit 35. And person B will never catch up, no matter how long this continues. That is the power of compound interest. By saving early, you can ensure your financial security without having to scrimp and save later. As a final note, I would also suggest that all people avoid plans that are glamorous. If everyone wants to do it and the price of entry is low, then either the pay is horrible or there's only a small chance that you will get ahead. Simple supply and demand. Since everyone wants to be a YouTuber, this means this video will be lucky to make $10. Working for Disney means that you will be treated like dirt for low pay, since there's a literal line of people wanting to be in that princess dress. Making video games means endless overtime for minuscule salaries. Ball players in the minors make less than a supervisor at McDonald's, if they get paid at all. In conclusion, you have options. Lots of options. Don't feel you're constrained by a requirement to have a college degree. Look at what you want to do. If that requires college, then find the best way to go and achieve your dream. However, there are other paths available as well. Unfortunately for me, all of my kids' plans require college. So please, like, share, subscribe, and buy my book. I'm gonna need it. And thanks for listening, y'all.